Hello everyone and thank you for joining me once again. Today I'll be addressing the question which I have before me. Is the stock market actually modern gambling? Stock market, is it modern gambling? And I'm going to tell you reasons why people think stock market is gambling. The stock market actually, one of the reasons why some people think it's gambling is because of the uncertainty that is involved in it. Another reason is because of the risk that is involved in the stock market. And another reason why people think it's gambling is because of the emotion people that actually do involve in it do put into it. So people put emotions into stock market, and because of that, they buy stocks and then they lose their money and they say this is gambling. So I will tell you the problems, I will tell you what the solutions are, and then I will tell you what my recommendations is going to be at the end of the video. So without wasting time, I will quickly tell you or take you to what the problems are. So what are the problems? Why do people think that stock market is modern day gambling? Let's first of all look at what is the stock market. Okay, what does it entail, and then what is gambling? What does it entail? In gambling, the odds are against you. It is always that it is the most uncertain results that will give you money. So if you pick a result that is very certain and then the result show itself, the hold will be so low, the money you get from it will be so low that it will be as good as useless. So you have to use a bigger money in order to get something reasonable, if at all you are going to win. But the hold of you winning is very, very low. Now, if 1 million people bet, imagine 5 million people bet, and only one of them won one. In fact, look at it, millions and millions of Nigerians that do bet. I might hear, I had a story of someone in so maybe in Lagos that won 5 million. How many stories of them do you have? It is always 1 in a million or one in 500 million that you see do have success story. Millions of people are betting every day in Nigeria and all over the world. Success story that you are going to have is going to be maybe 1 in a million or 1 in 10 million that is going to be successful and win maybe ₦1 million or 5 million naira at one point or the other. So the odds are always against you. The chance of you winning anything substantial, anything big, or anything reasonable is very, very low. That's in gambling. Now in stocks, when you buy them, you actually do your research, know what the company is all about, and when you invest your money, you are there for the long term. Of course, I'm going to take you through all of the process, but those are just the two differences between gambling and stocks. Okay, gambling is you are not buying anything, you are just predicting that a particular outcome will come, and the probability of that outcome coming is always 1 in a million. It's always maybe 1%. Okay, 99% is going to go against you. So that 1% is very, very, very low. So the odds are actually against you. But in the stock market, if the business do well, if you do your research well, you know about the business, and the business has been existing for some time, or even if it's a small business that is starting up, but you've done your research and you see the potential of success and you invest in it, of course, if the business do well, you are going to make big money. So it's not really like gambling that you just want to predict what will happen. Here, you are buying into real business, and that's the difference between the two. So let me quickly tell you the problem why people invest in stocks and they end up calling it gambling. Why they think it is gambling? Because they have not done some things. So let me take you one after the other for the problems that actually cause or the reasons why people think stock is gambling. And then I will tell you the solutions, what you need to do in order to see stock differently and the best way for you to maximize the profit of actually investing in stock. The first reason why people see stocks as gambling is because people do day trading. They day trade stocks. When you buy a percentage of a company and then you buy it in the morning, in the afternoon you sold it. Then in the morning next day you are buying, you are selling, and you are trying to see is that going to be any different. When you start to do it like that, you are actually gambling. The same thing with your gambling. So you don't buy it now and then in the next 1 hour you want to sell it because you just saw 1 naira difference or 2 naira difference. You want to sell it and then you want to buy back and then you want to sell it. Then there will be a particular time you will buy and then it will start going down. And then when you cannot take it anymore, you have to sell it at a loss. So people day trade it, and because of the day trading of the stocks, they actually see it as gambling. Another reason why people see stocks as gambling is because people follow hypes. Somebody is telling you this particular stock is going to go up, quickly go and buy it now with no substantial reason. Even if there are reasons, you have not done your own research, but because a particular influencer that is about to cash out on you is telling you go and buy these stocks and it's going to go. I'm not saying there are no influencers that do tell you about a particular stock to buy, and then it will go up, it will do well. But there are some people that will just hype a particular product, buy a particular share for you to go and buy, and then you will buy it, and at the end of the day it will not do well. Okay, so because people follow hypes, a lot of people are buying this stock now, let me also go and buy it. Yeah, an influencer just talk about it now, let me quickly go and buy it. Or maybe someone just give you a tips that has not been researched, that have not been verified. Because of that information that the person gave you, no, you have not done your own research, you want to quickly go there and buy. And then when they start going down, you start saying stocks, all these stocks are also gambling. So that's another reason. Another reason why people call stocks gambling is because they borrow money to invest. Okay, they over leverage. Actually, when people over leverage, they actually call it gambling. Money they don't have, they will go and borrow it, put it into it. I want to make this money, they say it's going to go up, and then they put the money there, and then the thing goes down, and then they lose a lot of money. And they say, oh, what's now the difference between gambling and this? I put money in gambling, I lost my money. They said stock is the best. I still went and borrowed money, put money into this business, into this share, and then everything still came down. What you don't know is that government policy can come and change a lot of things about the company. So that's why you need to do a lot of things. There are some things that need to be put in place before you put your money into stock. So because people over leverage, they borrow money to invest, and they want to put everything, all their money into it without putting anything, without having anything left, no emergency funds, nothing for them. They just want to put everything because they believe it's gonna go up. And when they start coming down, they don't want to sell at a loss. So they are stocked. They don't want to sell at a loss. So they are stuck. So at the end of the day, they end up selling at a loss, and they call it gambling. So let me give you solutions, or let me tell you how to avoid this gambling trap. The first thing to do, first, do your research. There are fundamental informations, call it fundamental news or fundamental analysis, you can do about the particular stock to know whether the stock will do well. What are the informations coming out from the company? What are people saying about the company? So you need to do your research to know fundamental news, to know news that are coming from the company and people are saying about the company. What are people's bias about the company? You need to know all those things. So you have to do your research. Now the second thing is long-term investing. You have to invest for the long term. So if you want to buy a particular stock of a company, you should know that the company is actually into a business, and then it will take them time to make money. So you should be looking at long-term investment. Okay, if I'm investing in this company now, I'm looking at it in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years. It's not something you want to put money there now, and in the next 1 week you want to take out your money. In the next 1 month you want to take out your money. Except you have made substantial amount of profit, it does not really work like that. So you have to be ready to put money there for the long term. Another thing that will not make you see stock trading or investing in stock as gambling is by you diversifying your portfolio. Okay, so you have to buy different things. You can buy ETFs. Okay, you buy ETFs, you buy some other things that actually, by doing so, you have different portfolio, and one is stacked against the other. If one is going down, another one is doing well, and then you can balance things up. And by so doing, you will not going to see it as gambling. In conclusion, I have to say, just like Warren Buffett advised, he said, investing is simple, but it is not easy. So you have to understand that it is easy, it is simple, but it's not easy. You still have to put a lot of work into investing. Okay, so once you know that it involves work, even though simple, but you have to understand it is not easy. And as much as you understand that, then you are going to see stock investment in stock as a real work and not as gambling. And if you do your work right, Warren Buffett is an example of someone that actually did this and he was successful with it. And there are a lot of people that have also done it and were successful with it. Why? Because we trade for the long term. And that's one thing that has actually helped us. See you in the next one, and bye for now.